Okay, dude. It's it's a Saturday night, and we have a weight loss challenge that we're starting on Monday, and
Yes.
it's for body fat, not body fat, body weight percentage of loss is how the competition's gauged. Just some us and some friends. I'm the one who organized it. I thought this will just be fun because it's like everyone has mentioned, everyone that I reached out to has mentioned something about like their kids making a joke about like they've gotten fat, or just express some sort of willingness to be like, yeah, I'm trying to lose a few pounds. So we have a group of guys here. I think the funny thing is that this wasn't intended to help us be better and like improve. And instead, what it led to was me setting the start date of the competition, and then every one of us eating like somebody has a gun to our head, and we have to go raid like the candy store aisle at Speedway. So, and for me, I don't know about you, but I am just like I'm a wrecking ball out there. Anything that is in front of me, I have like a tin of fudge. I have ready for me, just ready to go tonight. This is just for tonight. Another whole container of like chocolate covered popcorn and like pretzels. And I still today I was at Publix and I was still like, I think I need a Reese's too. Like that's where I'm at. That's what's happening over here. How bad is it your way? Is it like that, or are you exercising some restraint?
No, no restraint at all. Yeah, I'm doing the thing where it's like I'm Edward Norton and I'm about to go turn myself in for my prison sentence, and it's like, okay, what do I need to eat before I have to deny myself what I really want? So winter storm is supposed to hit Kentucky tomorrow. So I went to the
Yeah.
grocery store like every person does when snow's in the forecast. And yeah, I got a giant tub of cookie two-step bluebell ice cream. I'm like, oh yeah, I think I can take this down in 2 nights before we start Monday. Yeah, the other night I cooked a spiral ham, which, nothing wrong with cooking a ham. We
No.
cooked a ham and had it for dinner, but I was eating like a ridiculous amount of ham.
So I have 2 packs of like country ham in there, like cured country ham, and like another few slices of just deli meat ham, like sandwich meat stuff. And I'm not planning on making sliced ham part of my diet regimen once this thing starts. So they all kind of have to go. You know what I mean?
Right,
So,
right.
and I'm doing that like an inventory of everything that I have in there that's like what needs to go. And for some reason, I feel like it's my job to go in there and make sure that that doesn't exist anymore before the start of this challenge. But the funny thing is I don't think anybody that is talking about how much they're eating is doing it because they want to like pad their stats and like start off a lot heavier so they can. Because look, we all threw in some money, but I don't think anybody's being like, I gotta I gotta win that 750 I did this week or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I think there's just
Right.
genuine. So no one's trying to be like, all right, in order to win, I need to start off as fat as possible. I think that what it is just this thing that's like you said, it's like the end is nigh and I got to get my kicks now.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
certainly my mentality. And it's really like it's shot me up in weight. This challenge therefore has shot me up in weight more than I ever thought I would like lose in weight.
That's awesome. Yeah, mine started. I feel like my debauchery started before you even announced that there was a weight loss challenge. So my wife teaches school, and she invited all her school, the entire faculty of the school over to our house for a cookie exchange. And so my wife makes this, actually, she makes 2 pans of what she calls 7-layer cookies. I ate an entire pan of these 7-layer cookies in like a week just by myself. Like every day, I'm eating like 4 or 5 of these cookies. So that's when mine started, like mid December, before I think you even announced, or asked us if we wanted to do this weight loss challenge. So I think in our text thread, somebody said something about a cheat day, and I was like, dude, I've been living a cheat day for like the last 3 years. Like it's just every day. It's like, well, I guess we'll address it tomorrow. Let's go ahead and screw it up real big today because we'll just start tomorrow. And so I've been saying tomorrow for like 3 years.
Oh, me too, man. Me too. I think it was like when my wife got pregnant the first time, it was just like, all right, we can do this now. And I'd love to be like, oh yeah, it's because I'm just a stand-up dude. And I was just putting on some sympathy weight, but I enjoyed it. And I kept going. The party hasn't stopped. And it's like tomorrow it's exactly, it's always tomorrow. And man, it's like 3 years later. It's like, is tomorrow here yet?
I feel like that same, what do you call that trait? Obsessive trait also helps us when it's like weight loss time. It's like, yeah, I'll go crazy and eat like a bunch of crazy stuff that I know I shouldn't. But then when it's like time to switch it,
Yeah.
it's like that same obsessiveness helps you just be
Yeah.
like a crazy person. Like when Amanda met me, I was in that mode, and she's like, "What? What do you mean you eat grilled chicken and green beans every night for dinner?" I was like, "That's just what I eat every night because I know it will fill me up and not put a bunch of calories in my body." So that same obsession craziness is I can just eat like the same thing every day because I'm like, okay, I'm in this mode of cutting weight.
Okay. For me, it's really simple in the beginning, right? Which is stop eating at night because
Yeah.
10 o'clock comes and I'm a different human being. I and I used to I used to protect myself from that guy, and I would buy like kitchen safes and I would lock things in there so 10 o'clock Seth couldn't come out and just go crazy. But what I've lately started doing is helping him. And I'm like making sure that he's good for that night. You know what I mean? It's like, are you going to be okay to eat until you're sick and you pass out? And I'm like, yeah, yeah, I think I'm good. And like, I don't know when that happened. I don't know when I started like aiding and abetting this insane person that I turn into at night. But that's where I'm at. And my hope is like, okay, look, step one, that guy's got to go. You got to go to bed, or you have to just find your zen, man, because like that guy's got to go. And if that guy's gone, I'm very reasonable during the day. Like I'm very rational, and I'm like, that's a smart thing to eat. I'll eat that, and like that'll be filling, and it's in my best interest. But but man, it's late night me is a different character, and like that's the game for me. Is like I'm at war with that guy for the next 12 weeks.
Yeah. I don't quite have an alter ego, but if somebody had a surveillance camera on our home, they would be like, does this guy think he's just not going to survive sleep or what? Like, when he goes to bed, he thinks, like, that's it. Like, never eating again. Because I'll
This is
literally,
his last
like,
meal.
yeah, I'll literally like fall asleep while watching something. And then like as I walk through the kitchen to go to bed, I'll like grab something to eat. Like just even if it's like 2 or 3 bites. And if my wife's awake, she just looks at me and she's like, "What are you doing? Aren't you going to bed right now?" I'm like, "Well, yeah. It's like a long walk back there to my bed. I've got plenty time to chew like 3 or 4 bites." She's like, "You were just asleep. You've been asleep for an hour and you're about to go to bed. Why are you eating something?"
The thing that's at least good about what you're doing is it's like someone's seeing you, but I have a different play. which is like mine is all done in secret. No one ever sees it happen. No one ever sees it happen. And I'm from a long line of of people who do the exact same thing, and we are very skilled at making sure that nobody ever sees it. But boy, does it happen. And that's that's the thing. It's like at least your wife's seen you and there's like accountability for it, but I'm very good at not being accountable for eating like it is my last meal.